Hello, hi, and welcome back. I am back. It's been quite some time because I have been sick for about, I think, 2 weeks. I caught a really strong flu, and I basically was almost a dead man. The heat that was radiating out of my body was just enormous. I really thought I could die any time. But things are a bit better now. There's still this cough. It's not going away anytime soon. However, I would say that we passed the dangerous segment of that sickness, and I am back to talk to you guys about the things that I experienced. And I want to actually talk about the past 2 weeks and how this sickness just it actually happens to me every time I get sick. I just realize a lot of stuff, and I come to appreciate the things that I have, and I want to tell you guys about it. So basically, 2 weeks ago, I just caught a really strong flu. I couldn't really stand up, and basically everything was just dark in front of me. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't play anything. I couldn't watch anything. I couldn't even go to work. I took some days off, and during that time, it's just like we are used to many things in our lives. We consider them to be pretty normal thing. You consider them to be part of your everyday life, and because of that, you don't really appreciate them much. However, once they go away, once you can't do those things, you start to realize how precious those things are. Because I couldn't watch any anime, any movie, I couldn't play any game, and so I just appreciate them so much more. And when I'm back now, I'm watching and playing, and I'm doing it even more, let's say, thoroughly. I'm enjoying the experience even more. I want to enjoy it even more. But it also just made me appreciate other things. And basically, the main thing that I always come to appreciate at such times is it is my health. We are just blessed by what we have right now. I am my friend, my best friend actually. He's, as I said, as I always say, one of the few friends I have in my life. But he always say that, well, he doesn't have that much money. He is always poor. There's nothing he wanted to do that actually happened to him. He always has a negative view on life because of the financial situation. He always does that, and he always says, well, we don't have anything, and he compares himself to others as well, those with a lot better financial level. However, I always tell him, like, bro, you realize you have eyes? And he says, well, yeah, I have eyes. You do realize that those eyes you used to watch and play games and enjoy life and enjoy the beauty of things? And he says, yes, of course. Do you have hands and arms? Like, do you have those? Are they operational? And he says, yes. So you can actually eat perfectly, you can just wipe your ass perfectly, you can go to the toilet without any problem, you can write, you can do stuff. And he says, well, yeah, of course. And then I ask him again, you have legs, you can just stand up and go shit like normally, and you can go to the places you want to go to? And he says, yes. So I told him, so why don't you just appreciate those things? That's right, you're not rich, you don't have that much money, but what you have is something that you should appreciate. Like, yeah, you say you don't have that, those things that will make you more luxurious. Fine, that's fine, but don't be so negative on life, because there are other people who have the money but don't have those things that you have, and they are so jealous, they are so sad about not having those things. after I went back to work after this whole incident of the flu, I have a colleague there, and he has an immune disease in his spinal cord, that he has this constant pain in his lower back. When I saw him, he came to me, and he's like, he just respects me so much. So he came to me and asked about my health. He said, how are you doing? We heard that you could not come because you are sick. And I told him, thank you very much. Yeah, that's right. I had so much trouble, but I'm fine now, and it's okay. And but then I just looked at him and I told him, I can't express how sad I am about your situation. I just wish God will make your life so much more beautiful. And he said, why would you say that? I told him I just had been sick for some time, like let's say a week or two, but then I'm back, I'm normal, and I can enjoy life again. But what about you? You live in this constant pain your whole life. Like literally his whole life he's living with this constant pain in his back. He can't sit normally, he can't walk normally because of it. I told him, it's just, I don't know, you're such a strong man. I just told him that. And he said, thank you very much, thank you for those words, but this is my life now, and even with that, I appreciate what I have. And he told me that, and I was so sad. Like this is the example of those people who really, let's say, we are in a lot more and better position than them. We're in a lot more better place in life, like from this aspect, the aspect of health. Yet they do appreciate what they have. And so this is what we lack almost all the time. We lack appreciation for what we have. And that is the problem, my friend. And I always tell him that. He says, well, he starts to joke about it, but he actually also agree on this matter. So yeah, I told you guys, it's such a reminder. Like whenever you get sick, it's a reminder for you to just be glad that you have the things you have. Before, I was so concerned about money. I was so concerned about reaching a place in the society, and I was angry about many things. But now I'm just so, let's say, I'm content with what I have, and I'm content about my progress in life. Even if I don't reach that level, even if I stay in this bubble, in this really weak bubble of money, of whatever situation that you can call me now. I'm in such a weak bubble, and it can burst at any time, and life could go wrong at any time it wants, like really. But still, I am so glad with what I have, and I want to appreciate the things that I have. I want to enjoy life as it is right now. It's just similar to how we were when we were kids. Like we didn't have much. We had that mentality of not overthinking about stuff. That's why we used to appreciate what we have. We used to enjoy it, like really enjoy it. Weirdly enough, I always remember Hikigaya's quote on this thing about appreciation. And he actually didn't say appreciation, even though he mentioned this stuff about the club he has, the room of the club, and he did appreciate those things. But he mentioned an example that if you're going with your boss, if you're going out with your boss, then always think that he's not gonna feed you a good meal. He's just gonna be a work only trip or something like that. And don't think about like getting all those extra stuff. You lower your expectation, because then when you go out and he actually treats you for let's say a meal or two, and you will be happy no matter how bad the meal is or no matter how small it is. You had that low expectation of the outcome. You don't really get affected. In fact, you become happy And this lowering your expectation is actually a form of acceptance, a form of appreciation. Because if you appreciate what you have right now and you don't expect so much more out of it, you don't always think that, oh, I need this, I have to get this, I have to get that, why don't I have that? And because you don't really do that, and you have such a, let's say, bottom low expectations, well, you become happy. Really, you really become happy. And this is really, well, I told you, it's just Hikigai and his great personality. I just relate to him so much, and I can't just, oh my god, I just remembered the fact that that anime has ended, and it is still saddens me a lot. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to my blabbering. I want to know about you guys, about what you feel about this, and do you have this mentality of acceptance, or do you always crave more and you always want to be a lot better than what you are right now, to the point of overthinking and always anticipating better results? Let me know in the comments below and let's talk about it. And as always, I shall see you in another video. Bye bye.